Good morning, traders. Paul Duncan with GammaEdge here. It is Friday, the 8th of April. Pause it here. Please read this. It's important. Starting with the overall indices, the SPX, significant improvement yesterday. We think this is due to a fairly large monetization of puts. We were calling that out yesterday, and we think it materialized. The SPY also showing constructive behavior compared to the previous day. What you're looking at here, if this is your first time, you're looking at the cumulative net GEX on both the negative side as well as the positive side. We call these the wing charts. They're very visual. They help you understand relative movement on cumulative GEX on either side of the put side or the call side. What you're seeing here today gives us a green light. There is some pause here. We're in a net negative condition across both of these, so we're really on day one of a reversal. Taking a look at the Qs and IWM, not as strong. In fact, very little change on the downside protection for the Qs. No change at all also on IWM, and in fact, additional calls were reduced, short-term calls were reduced for IWM. For that reason, we're going to color this, the Qs and IWM as yellow. When we take a look at the 0 DTE today, a lot going on. We are right at thresholds where we've got in the SPX a primary negative expiry today. When we see that, we are in the money in context of where the spot price is here in black relative to the net negative gamma. You can see by the relative magnitude of what we call the wings. Red is typically above the green, showing that we have a net negative expiry. When we see this net negative expiry across the board, we have more fuel to the upside. For that reason, we're going to put a cautionary on here just because of the prior information and the fact that we're between the goalposts and very close to the zero on the SPY. We think we could get a monetization event here, but remember, the SPX is cash settled. There is no necessary reason for them to do anything into the close, whereas the SPY, the Qs, and the IWM are equity settled. Also note that we're above positive on this, so this is in the money. If we continue an upward march in the Qs, we actually could see a reversal, so that could be very interesting. For that reason, we've got the yellow here. By the way, it's worth noting, IWM is just in poor shape. When we take a look at the market model, effectively, we've cleaned this up a little bit from what we saw yesterday. We did get that intraday reversal. That is a key thing. That is like step one. And when we see this in the middle of the day on the cumulative tick, this causes us to sit up and pay attention because this literally is step one. We are net negative overall. The model is bearish, but this is step one, and we need a continuation for this. So we're going to color this green with the cautionary on there. We took all of the various cumulative ticks that we watch, the composite tick, the Russell 2000, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ, and we're showing you that we get a correlation across all of these as a reversal. This is a fairly powerful signal. Again, net negative on a couple of these. You can see the Russell is still well below. We bounced off of this area in the SPY, or in the SPX, excuse me, and in the NASDAQ the same thing. For that reason, green with a yellow cautionary, not a full up picture, especially with what we have in breadth, but nevertheless, we're looking good. The VIX, basically we've got a downside continuation, which is good for equities, poor for the VIX, and so watch this. We are doubtful of a long-term VIX play. We're actually looking to sell premium here and see what we can do. For that reason, the red-yellow that we have here is due to no long plays in the VIX and looking to play this on the shorter side, the downward side. The expiration profile, you can see massive change again. That monetization yesterday, or what we think was the monetization yesterday, has resulted in a net positive expiry for today. Very weak. So we're not expecting a lot of direction today. We are expecting some volatility, but not a lot of direction. We do have upside fuel for next week remaining. If you don't understand the reflexivity here with dealer response, make sure you join us and ask that question. The monthly expiry has transitioned back to a positive again. So what this means is that we've removed some of the puts, and it'll be interesting to see how we go forward here. We've also increased, of course, in price, and that moves GEX around also. When we take a look at the 0 DTE and the combo DTE here, effectively taking a look at the 0 DTE, we've got a net negative, or net positive, excuse me, very, very weak. Right at the transition point, we've got a dominant expiry today at 45.50. That'll be the short-term upside target, downside 44.50. That will also materialize today. The blue box here shows us kind of the net transitional area. We're right in the middle of this, and you can see we can go back and forth here today. When we take a look at the primary structure of the SPX combo, this is the AM and the PM settled. Again, we do not put the SPY into this mixture. Others do, we don't. If you're interested in why that is, join us and ask that question. Net negative expiry, much weaker than what it was yesterday. We were up near 100,000 yesterday. Now we're back down to minus 34,000. So we are improving in the overall gamma condition. Some implications there, but just note that the slope of this is changing. We are in this changing direction. Upside target, as I showed, the 45.50. If we clear 45.50, look at 45.75, and then of course 4600 on the upside. To the downside, we're looking at 44.50, excuse me. And if we lose that, we're going to probably hit this area of liquidity down here at 4,400. Of course, opening or going below 4,400 opens the door down to 4,300, which would be a very, very negative event. We don't anticipate that in any time soon. When we look at the trajectories, a lot of these played out yesterday, so you want to take a look at these in some detail. We are looking at some monetization of the 0 DTE today. We're watching what is in the money, excuse me, and the net expiry status. I went through that. The VIX, we covered that also. There are some conditions here to look at this. We're looking, we think this is a long failure, meaning going upside failure, meaning the long VIX is not going to materialize. So we are looking for this dropping VVIX, which is the volatility, and looking at the VIX dropping. So we're looking to sell puts. Expect some heat if you do that. And if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Come join us and learn more about that. And then we're also looking at potentially selling some upside calls. And if we get a reversal on the VIX, expect some heat there also. Time frame matters, of course. Today, days into the end of the month, etc. You're going to want to watch this. And then finally, the cumulative tick market model. We are watching that upside reversal, as I said, so pay attention to that. And there is a couple things that you can do there, and playing the key levels as listed here. What we call the lines in the sand, we are watching. We're still bearish, but improving on the long-term charts. As you saw, the cumulative tick reversal are kind of the keys here, and we've got some key levels to play here. So with that, I bid you farewell. If you liked what you saw today, please join us at www.gammaedge.us. You may have to put an HTTPS in front of that. Note the secure HTTPS. That will take you to a Discord sign-up page. You'll get a 14-day free trial, all tools turned on. Great group of traders, a lot going on there, so please join us. Follow us on Twitter, please. GammaEdges with an S, and then you are watching this, of course, on YouTube. If you like today's content, please push the like button and subscribe. That raises us in the search engines and makes it a little easier to find over the monofilament GammaEdge line that's out there. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the Discord. Thanks.